Oh, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new year, a brand new decade. 2020 is upon us. And so today I thought to start the year off, I would give you a brief list of the photography resolutions that I'm trying to make for myself and to live by. One of those I've already touched on in a previous video is my health. If I expect to be able to get out and hike into places to take landscape photography or to go on trips where I might put in 20 or 30,000 steps in a day to get street photography or architectural photography or whatever else it is I want to do, I had to lose some weight. I was at 234 pounds, I think. I've lost 13 pounds. I'm on the keto diet. I've lost 13 pounds. I have not started exercising yet. That was something I had on my list to do, but it has not started yet. I've been waiting to make sure that that I didn't lose my energy on this diet. And so I feel pretty comfortable now that I can start getting back on the treadmill, doing some exercise, and getting out more. So the first thing is my health. Now, just because I've lost some weight doesn't mean I'm healthy. If I were to go out and try to climb 300 stairs to the top of a cathedral, I would be dead by the time I got there. So there's some other things I have to do to get in some better health to be able to do the kinds of photography that I like to do. As far as photography itself, I have three main goals that I want to shoot for this year. And one is to slow down. Typically when I go to a new city or when I travel anywhere, I plan out a place to go downtown or whatever and take pictures, and I am just bang, 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 bang. I see a shot, I take it, I move on to the next shot, I take another one, I move on to the next shot, I take another one, and if that works, fine. If it doesn't work, I've lost an opportunity. The same way with landscape photography. A lot of times I set up my shot and I take one or two exposures. I think I'm done. And then I bring it back home and I'm like, man, if I had just moved just a little bit. Sort of an example in point is I was just out visiting another town last week and wound up going to a Japanese botanical garden, which I love Japanese botanical gardens. And there was a concrete statue of sorts in the middle with a bridge behind it, some water, overhanging tree. And I thought this is a really nice place to take a shot. So I walked up, composed my shot, took it a second shot. And then when I got back to do the processing on the picture, I noticed that there was a tree behind it that came right up out of the top of it. And so it just looked like it had a tree coming out of it. And there wasn't any separation from the background. Whole picture ruined, all because I didn't slow down, take my time, take a look. I see people, I watch a lot of YouTube photography videos, and I see people like Thomas Heaton or others who go out and they get their shot lined up. They're in a beautiful place and they get their shot lined up. They take an image, nailed it, let's move on to the next thing. Now, he has slowed down to get that composition the way he wants it. But then I look at somebody else like Photo Tripper's website, and they may take a composition and take 100 pictures of that one composition. Why? Because they're waiting for the light to change. They're waiting for the cloud cover to move. They want lots of options when they get back. Now, I don't see myself taking 100 pictures of one thing, but I do want to slow down and stop being such a run and gun shooter where I am trying to get images and then get out. I want to slow down. I want to enjoy the time I'm there, whether that's in a new city or on a new mountain or near a new lake or just in my backyard. I want to slow down, take my time. The third thing for me is I want to shoot less. And by that I mean, I don't want to take a picture of everything I see. I want to be more thoughtful about what I'm taking a picture of. In the first videos from last year, I was trying to demonstrate some techniques of long exposure or wide angle lens or those kinds of things, but I was in an awful location. The pictures were not really interesting. The subject matter wasn't interesting. And I need to be a little more in tune with being able to take interesting photographs of interesting things in interesting ways and not try to just shoot everything I see. And so, one of those things that could be is, in addition to slowing down, for instance, is if I'm downtown trying to take pictures and I'm trying to practice street photography, which I am awful at, by the way. But if I'm trying to practice that, I need to slow down, pick a spot, wait in that spot. I could sit there an hour and take limited numbers of pictures of interesting looking people, not every person, interesting looking people coming through the light and shadow to make an interesting composition and photo. So I need to be able to shoot less. On the flip side of that, the last resolution that I've made for myself is that I need to shoot more. And by that I mean, coming back to the slowing down, is I need to take more images of the same thing from different angles, different perspectives, different looks, so that I have a multitude of options when I come back in to do editing, whether that's taking an image and then taking an image bracketed, whether that's taking the images and stepping down the exposure compensation or stepping up the exposure compensation, moving to the left, moving to the right, taking my time with where I'm at, and then taking more images to give me more options. Because I have come back and found I took one image of something and it was something I loved. It was a great composition, great light, great whatever, but it's out of focus. Because I didn't take the time to really, or maybe it's just motion blur that I didn't want. But I didn't take the time to get what I wanted to get. So those are my resolutions this year as a photographer. Be interested to know what yours are. If you want to leave some comments down below, let me know what at least one resolution you've made for yourself this year. I know resolutions are made to be broken, but I think these are resolutions that I can live with and try to practice pretty successfully through the year. Concerned with my health, slowing down, taking a little more time where I'm at, shooting less, not trying to shoot everything I see, but shooting more, giving myself more options as to what I'm looking at when I come back in to edit. I would really like, as the year progresses, I would like for this YouTube channel to get better with the image quality and the video quality. But in addition, with all of these resolutions, I would also like to begin posting again to my Fine Art America account and to begin doing more consistent posts to Shutterstock, just to see what happens. I'm not really looking to make a lot of sales or make any money, but it's always interesting to see how many people look at your image, if someone's interested in buying an image, those kinds of things. And in order to get those images that are worth looking at and worth purchasing, I need to follow these resolutions. That has nothing to do with gear. It has nothing to do with a new camera. It has nothing to do with whether my lens is fast or sharp or slow or fuzzy or whatever. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the photographer. So those are my resolutions, and I look forward to hearing yours. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please feel free to do so and click the notifications button so that you'll know when a new video comes up. We do try to do one every other week at a minimum. Sometimes we manage to get one up every week. Through the holidays, it's been a little tough to get one up every week, so we've slowed down a little. But I hope to see you again in the next video. And until then, have a very, very happy new year filled with lots of fun and laughter and coffee.